Hi there. I like social deduction games. While I was living in Sydney, I discovered an obsession with Blood on the Clocktower. So when Paddy the Storyteller put up an announcement that he was running a couple games for his YouTube channel, I decided to wake up at 5 AM to join in. If you want to see his perspective as storyteller for this game, that'll be linked in the description, the pinned comment, and that little eye thing up there. Now this is just a little prelude to explain the rules for people who don't know how to play. Also, just a quick note, apologies if the audio is a bit rough. My stuff literally arrived from Sydney the day after we played this game. Like, you can see me still unpacking in the background here. So, I was using a USB headset that I just happened to have lying around and playing on my laptop that was not worth all the money I spent on it 3.5 years ago, let alone now. Anyways, if you're experienced with Blood on the Clocktower and just want to skip straight to the game, here's the timestamp. For everyone else, let's talk rules. Blood on the Clocktower is a social deduction game in the style of Werewolf or Mafia, or hell, for those of you who only get video game references, kinda like Among Us. We're using the official app for this game, but I'll be using the physical game to explain the rules. Players are split into two teams, good and evil. There are several characters on the script that can possibly be in play, and as you can see, there are a lot more good characters than evil characters. The characters are split into 4 different categories, and how many of each character type should be in play is determined by the number of players, though there are roles that can change the setup of the game, something that isn't revealed to the players. To set up, a storyteller decides which characters are in play, and for characters that start by learning information, what information to give them. In an in-person game, the character tokens are put into a felt bag and drawn at random, but on the app the tokens are randomly distributed. It should be noted that the storyteller isn't necessarily playing for good or evil, they're playing for the game, hoping to get it to be as close as possible. To start off the good team, we have the townsfolk roles. These are good aligned characters with powers that help the good team, like the fortune teller who can choose 2 players to learn if either of them is the demon, but has one good player who registers falsely to them, or the empath, who learns how many of their living neighbors are evil. And I should probably note that specification of living neighbors means that if one of your neighbors is dead, then it skips over them to the next person. Or maybe the Undertaker, who gets to learn the role of the player who was executed today. Or even the Slayer, who once per game can publicly claim to be the Slayer and choose another player. And if that player is the demon, they instantly die. Up next for the good team are the outsider roles. These characters are on the good team, but to make up for the fact that the good team outnumbers the evil team, outsiders have abilities that are harmful to the good team, like the Saint, who can instantly win the game for evil if they're executed, or the Recluse, who can register as evil and as a minion or demon at any point the storyteller wants them to. Meaning if a fortune teller chooses a Recluse and someone they would normally get a no on, they can get a yes. If the Recluse is executed, the Undertaker can be shown literally any minion or demon token. If an empath is sat next to a Recluse and another good player, they can learn a 1. However, there are points where the storyteller may decide not to have the Recluse register as evil. For example, if the empath is sat next to the Recluse and the demon, you might want to give the empath a 1 so that when the Recluse comes out, the empath just thinks the Recluse is registering falsely to them. Then on the evil team, we have the minions. Their job is to hide the demon and push suspicion on everyone else with their abilities that are really harmful to the good team, like the Scarlet Woman, who can become the demon if the demon dies when there's at least 5 players alive, or the Spy, who not only gets to see the grimoire, which is this box here with all the information in it, or the version of the screen on the app that the storyteller sees, but in a reverse of the Recluse, the Spy can register as good and as a townsfolk or outsider. And finally for the evil team, we have the demon. Their job is to kill all the good players and stay hidden. We're playing Trouble Brewing, which is the recommended first script, so there's only one demon, the Imp, who each night except the first, where no one has had a chance to talk to each other yet, can choose a player to kill, and if they choose to kill themselves this way, then one of their minions becomes the new Imp, which is known as Star Passing. The final bit of help the evil team has to overcome being outnumbered is that while none of the good team know each other, the evil team all start knowing each other, and the demon starts knowing 3 roles that aren't in play as bluffs. The good team wins by executing the demon, while the evil team wins by having only the demon and 1 other player alive. Now, a pair of mechanics that are essentially the same mechanic that I need to mention are drunkenness and poisoning. Seriously, the way it was explained to me, it was basically if a good character causes it, it's drunkenness. If an evil character causes it, it's poisoning. If someone is droisened, that's a combination of drunk or poisoned, then their ability malfunctions. For example, a drunk or poisoned slayer can publicly claim to be the slayer and shoot the demon, but because they're droisened, nothing will happen. In the case of information roles, the storyteller is allowed to, but does not have to, lie. They'll often just choose whatever is the least helpful piece of information they can give. In Trouble Brewing, there's only 2 sources of droisening: the drunk, who thinks they're a townsfolk, meaning an extra townsfolk token is put in play and being marked as the drunk in the storyteller's grimoire, or the poisoner, who each night gets to choose a player to poison. It should be noted that a player's ability ceases to work if they die, meaning that if the poisoner poisons someone but that same night the demon chooses to kill their poisoner, then the player is no longer poisoned. Now, since we had new players in this game, nominations and executions were explained during the game, but there were connection issues and I briefly dropped out during part of it. Also, so that the people who skip the rules don't have to sit through more rules, I decided it would be easier to cut that part out of the video and put that here. After the night phase and a day phase full of private chats, nominations will open. Any living player can nominate any player, but you can only nominate once per day, and players may only be nominated once per day. When an official nomination is made, the player making the nomination will have the chance to explain why the person they've nominated should be executed, while the person who got nominated will have a chance to defend themselves. Voting goes clockwise around the town, starting next to the nominated player, meaning the nominated player is the last person to vote on themselves. In person, the storyteller would have their arm out, but on the app, there's a clock hand that goes around. If a player's hand is up when the hand reaches them, their vote is counted. If their hand is down, the vote isn't counted. Players need at least half the number of living players, rounded up for half values, to vote for them to be put up for execution. In the case of a tie for most votes, then nobody is on the block. And an important thing to note is that when you die, your role is not revealed, and you're not out of the game. Not only do you still have a voice, but dead players also get 1 more vote for the rest of the game. And that should be all you need to know, so let's get into the game.
I presume the
Alright, have we all received our roles?
Yep.
Alright, good luck to everybody. Let the games begin.
I presume from the red dots that Paddy's streaming or something?
Yeah.
Recording.
Yep.
Yeah, he's recording.
For the tubes.
Yeah, if you're a Jep, sort of now is probably the best time to save.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. Yeah. It would be a bit mean to play a whole game and then object.
In the Grim reveal.
Just to see how well the game goes, and then if you lose, you're like, no, that's too embarrassing. You can't.
That's not a good representation of me, yeah.
Timothy, I've already got one bad game on his channel. I'm fine getting another one on there.
Excellent.
And it wasn't a bad game, it was just I was targeted the entire game. Joe, I wonder if Paddy will get enough day 1 re-recs. He can just do a whole compilation of day 1 re-recs.
Day 1 re-rack, F5. Day 1 re-rack, F5.
Does anyone want to come out as saints so we can execute them?
And a very good morning, citizens of Ravenswood Bluff. I have been brutally murdered by one of you, and it is up to you to find who that person is and kill them through public execution. You have 7 minutes for private chats. Off you go.
Hello.
Hello. What do we want to do?
I'll give you a 3 if you want.
Sure.
Investigator, Slayer, or Ravenkeeper?
Investigator, Slayer, Ravenkeeper.
If I'm Investigator, I saw a Scarlet Woman.
And if you're Investigator, you saw Scarlet Woman. Okay.
If I'm the yeah, that's it.
I will give you. I'll give you Undertaker, Empath, or Fortune Teller.
The big 3. Ooh. Okay. All right.
Yep. Gonna put a massive.
Hopefully you stay around then.
Put a massive target on my back from day one.
Demon, come at me. Come at me, demon.
Come at me, dude.
All right.
The thing is, when I do that,
See you
people
later.
very quickly figure out that I'm typically the Ravenkeeper when I do that, trying to get attacked.
If I was evil, I'd be reading like this person wants to die. They're probably not strong. Maybe an outsider. Leave them alone. But I'm not, so I don't have to worry about that. All right.
All right.
See you there.
Hello.
Hey, Chris.
What do we want to do?
I'm happy to hard claim because it's not very useful, or rather, so I'm a chef with a 1.
You're a chef with a 1.
Mhm.
Okay.
What can you tell me, if anything?
I'm not ready to hard claim my role just yet. I will say I am an information role. And I will say
Okay.
I'm one of the roles that I would typically claim to be if I were the Ravenkeeper, but I'm definitely not the Ravenkeeper.
Okay, you think high value, and you'd like to stay alive.
Yes.
Okay, have you learned anything from anyone else you're willing to share?
I have learnt there's possibly a Scarlet Woman. I got a...
How would that be?
I got a 3 for 3 with someone who put Investigator in their 3 and said if they are the Investigator, they saw a Scarlet Woman. So.
Okay, that's fair. That wouldn't be a surprising one. If I could ask you a quick interface question, I can't tell how to request a chat from someone.
Press Enter.
Yeah, okay. I was not finding that. Okay. That's not great UI, but thank you. That answers that. Anything else you want to talk about?
I'm recording my end as well to put on my channel, so you want to say hi to my audience?
Hi, Chris's audience.
However small it may be.
Later. Yeah. Well, good luck.
Alright. I've already spoken to both of you.
Yeah.
But you're all that's in town.
Sure.
Grabbing a chat with the first person who hops back in town. First person to hop back in town.
Hello, Chris.
Hello. 3 for 3?
No, just a hard claim for me. You can do a 3 or a 2 if you want. I'm the washerwoman who hard confirmed Timothy.
Okay. So, washerwoman or spy. And he disconnected. Can't escape me that
Sorry about
easily.
that. My bloody finger needs a refresh.
So, washerwoman or spy.
This was really awkward because I wasn't expecting Timothy to hard claim the exact same role I saw him as.
Right.
And that instantly made me look like the spy to him because I said, oh yeah, I'm the Virginal Slayer. And he said, oh yeah, I'm this or this, with this being the same role. And then that instantly made me look like a spy because yes, you are that. Is this just going to be so awkward trying to think I'm actually good?
So I will tell you, I am an information role, but I'm not hard claiming which one just yet.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah.
For the time being, I'll put you down as imp.
Look, I know I'm an evil person in reality, but that has no bearing on the game.
Of course not.
I mean, I'll at least put you down as the washerwoman for now. Until I figure out you're actually the goddamn spy.
I'm not. You can trust me on that. Without like hard confirming, is your role closer to the top or bottom of the script?
It's in the top half. I'll say that.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'll
I'm gonna take a
also-
random stab in the dark and say investigator.
No.
Okay.
I have heard of a 3 for 3 with investigator who possibly saw a Scarlet Woman.
Oh, that must have been me from yesterday, because I had the exact same thing happen.
But here's what I'll tell you. My
Sure.
role is one of the ones I would be claiming if I were the Raven Keeper. But I'm definitely not the Raven Keeper.
Oh, okay, you're definitely not. Okay, so Raven Keeper. Thank you very much, Chris. I will go talk to some others.
No, the
Not.
fuck you won't, boy!
Or not.
You fuck, you won't. Are there any nominations?
Yeah, I'll nominate Harry.
Oh god.
Straight away, Chris nominates Harry. Please state your case.
Based off of the role they claim to me, it's possible that they're good and their usefulness has just run out, other than being, you know, another good alive player. It's possible they're the spy. Either way, I've also heard talk of an Undertaker around.
Okay, Harry, your defense.
So I'm not the spy, I am the Watcherwoman. I won't say the role, but Timothy and Robin were in my pings.
Okay then, 6 votes is required to put Harry on the block. Again, if you want Harry to be on the block, press the spacebar. Votes beginning with Chris.
Of course.
And 6 votes is enough. Lovely Harry is on the block. It can
Yes.
still be beaten. Are there any other nominations?
I would like to nominate myself.
Alright, Halsey nominates themselves. Please state your case.
I am a spent role. If there is, for what it's worth, there is an evil ping on Harry as it is, but I don't mind dying.
And your defense?
Don't do it. I'm a virgin. Oh wait, I didn't proc. I must be drunk.
Alright. If this gets 6 votes, it will tie, and either Halsey or Harry will be on the block. If it gets 7, then Halsey will be on the block. Votes beginning with Will.
Based on the conversation I had with Harry, I'm pretty sure Harry is not the spy.
I'm not.
He didn't say the
If
ping
that-
was for a spy.
I know, I don't know what the ping is.
3 votes is not enough. Halsey is safe, and Harry is still on the block. Are there any other nominations?
I mean, if there's an evil ping on Harry, it's not that bad to kill Harry, honestly, and then it's a one-way trust direction from Harry to someone else.
Oh,
The
dear.
thing is,
And maybe
right,
there's an
is
Undertaker.
He's
Yeah.
either spent.
I've
or
heard of a
he's-
potential Undertaker.
Timothy,
So either way, it's fine.
Timothy, why did you have to hard claim the exact role I saw you as? That was so awkward.
Alright, I am not hearing
It's
any other
fine.
nominations.
It's fine.
So I will close the date in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Harry is executed and dies, and the game continues.
Yeah, no day one re-rack. Let's go.
Well, not a second.
Wait.
Unless we actually killed the demon and there's now a Scarlet Woman, that would be hilarious.
Well, I hope you're happy. All your clothes will now be filthy from now on.
It's just
I
fine.
think at this point there's a slightly higher than 50-50 chance of there being a Scarlet Woman based on information I've heard.
Ditto.
My camera's a bit dark tonight.
But you think it's higher than 50-50?
Well, like, because there's 2 minions, so normally it's 50-50 if there's a Scarlet Woman in play, and I think there's some info that indicates that.
Oh, I get it. There's either a Scarlet Woman or there's not a Scarlet Woman. 50-50.
That does work, yeah. The
My
math does
God,
add up.
he's right.
So it looks like you can send secret messages to people only who you've spoken to in whispers during the day. Is that right?
You can only send them to neighbors.
Oh, neighbors.
Yeah, you can only send it to your 2 neighbors.
Interesting.
That's why we. That's why some people play a game where they try and pass a boop around the circle until one person ruins it. But you know, it's fun when you think about it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of it happen though. So let's try. Here we go. We've got this.
I saw someone the other night try and get a message around the circle to their neighbor, but go the other way around.
Oh yeah, I had a game like that where they put a traveler in between 2 people who were speaking, so they tried to send a message all the way around the other side, just so the traveler didn't know. I'm just saying I sent a boop round to Robin, so if it doesn't come back to me, I'm disappointed in all of you.
Good morning, citizens of Ravenswood Bluff. Chris died in a night. You have 5 minutes for private chats.
Alright. Do you think it's a spy game based on what you were and you died?
Yeah.
Alright, you were the monk then. Great, thank you.
No. I was the Undertaker.
Oh. Well, okay. Well, I'm not gonna die then. You're telling the truth, and it is. Oh, obviously you have no reason to lie. There's no like vigor mortis in this game or anything like that. If you are telling the truth about being an Undertaker and it is a spy game, then I'm not dying, so I may as well tell you.
Perfect timing. Fucking
Chris, you alright?
Yeah, fucking perfect timing on that disconnect.
Alright, did you hear what I said?
No, but I can guess.
Hold on. Saint.
Saint. Right.
So if it's a spy game, I'm not dying.
Right. I honestly thought you were gonna say Undertaker. I mean, not Undertaker, Ravenkeeper.
Oh no, they won't kill me because I can always lose from executions.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Or you're the imp who could always be the imp. Why does everyone always go into chats when I request chats with them? Who's gonna come back to town first? I can fucking get rid of my reminder token.
Hello, Chris.
Hello.
I'm not the Undertaker, by the way. I hope you talked
I
to the
know.
one.
I'm
no,
the
you didn't.
Undertaker.
Night. Never mind. That's what I thought. And you died at night anyway. It was Harry that you needed to chat to, and etc. Yeah.
So what
I had
did
some
you
interesting
hard
conversations. I'm the mayor.
You're the mayor.
Yeah. And Harry said, "Oh, let's do 2s," and then he gave me 2, and then I gave mayor, and then I just told him I was the mayor, and I didn't like how that conversation went down with the washerwoman, where I feel like if he was evil, he would have a 50-50 of guessing the right rule from a 2. Like, I feel like if you're really the washerwoman, you want to do it that way, and you don't go for the 2. But also, Harry could just be a new player.
Yeah.
So, in general, I'm a little suspect of Harry, but and the fact that you also died as the Undertaker.
Yeah, I'm suspicious that it could be a spy game, because I never outright told anyone I was the Undertaker. In fact, I was trying to make it look more like I was the Raven Keeper.
Yeah.
Because, you know, in my 3s I was claiming Emperor, Fortune Teller, Undertaker. You know, please don't attack me, demon.
I'm pretty sure that Harry is evil by that reckoning, and then you were killed to make sure that you didn't find out that Harry was not the washerwoman.
Well, see, the only thing there is that if Harry was the spy, he still could have registered as the washerwoman to me.
I don't think Harry's the spy, because if Harry was the spy, then he would do a much better job of being a washerwoman, because he would know what I actually am.
Right. Well,
see
we
what?
gotta head back.
Don't make me double gong, people.
Ooh, that was close.
That was
He
close.
was getting there.
For
His finger was on
those
the-
of you that don't know, I do a soft gong followed by a hard gong. For those of you wondering what my gongs are like. That being said, 9 of you are live, so 5 votes is required to put somebody on the block. Are there any nominations?
Max nominates Halsey.
Max nominates Halsey. Please state your case.
I think I'm just going to come out with my information now. I'm the fortune teller. And night 1, I got a no. Doesn't really matter. But night 2, I got a yes on Halsey and Tim. So I'm happy with either Halsey or Tim, but I also want them to make their case. Could be a red herring or an outsider, but I want to hear it.
Fair enough. Halsey, your defense?
I've been pretty open with my advice. I'm a spent role. I'm the investigator who had the Scarlet Woman ping on Shane and Harry. I've said I was fine to die. I still am. Although I have heard of a fortune teller claim elsewhere, so just putting it out there. If you want to kill me, kill me.
Alright then. Any pertinent information before we run the vote? Doesn't sound like any, so 5 votes required to put Halsey on the block. Votes beginning with Will.
The self-nom from Halsey trying to when Harry was on the block, and the perspective
I
that
don't
I'm
like
the one
how
good.
both fortune teller pings are going on this, so...
I feel like the fortune teller info is bogus more than anything.
5 votes is enough. Halsey is on the block. Are there
We're
any other nominations?
Halsey is already spent anyway, so if worst case scenario, it's not like we're killing a massive info roll.
But Halsey reads as a minion, not as the demon, based on his plays of A, claiming investigator, which dies really easily, and also trying to lift Harry off the block, which is a very demon kind of play onto himself.
May I also additionally add, I put myself on the block.
Yeah, so, but like, if you were the minion and Harry was the demon, you would try to lift it off Harry, but if it's the other way around, it doesn't make much sense.
I would like to nominate Shay. You're muted.
Halsey nominates Shane. Please state your case.
This is the other half of my Scarlet Woman ping.
Okay, Shane, your defense.
Yeah, your Scarlet Woman ping doesn't make sense to me at all because it's not my role, and I've talked to your other ping, and it's not their role as far as I can tell. So, like, either you're poisoned or you're drunk, or yeah, this doesn't make sense to me.
Both are legitimate.
Yeah.
All right. 5 will tie, 6 will execute Shane or put Shane on the block. Votes beginning with Timothy.
Should we not kill you, Shane?
I mean, I prefer not to die, but that's just because I'm enjoying this game so much. I will die
You
if it's
still get to enjoy
necessary.
it.
Fair point.
Just don't tie it.
Nah.
Okay.
I know we're not making it. I just
Very
voted in protest.
close, but 4 votes is not enough. Halsey is still on the block. Are there any other nominations?
Right. I want to ask: have we had anything on outsiders?
I've had a claim of outsider.
I've heard a claim of outsider.
Is it a recluse?
So we have 2 claims of outsider. Maybe we need to find out if they're the same claim or not.
I mean, there's a chance I could just be the drunk investigator. So if there's an undertaker, that'd be nice to know.
The point is, it's a base outsider 1. So if you have more than 1, then it's a Baron, which is good because we know when.
That's what I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think we should leave with me.
Okay.
Has anybody
Alright,
heard the Undertaker get any information from yesterday? If there is one.
Best not out.
Alright, if
I'm
I
not
do
here.
not hear anything else, then I will close the date in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Halsey is executed and dies, and the game continues.
So, just explain my logic behind not coming out with the Undertaker info. Is there's still talk of the Undertaker around. I'm just waiting for someone to actually open up and say, hey, I was the Undertaker, so I can call him out on it.
The cat nominates itself and dies.
Yeah, she's playing dead.
Good morning, citizens of Ravenswood Bluff. Timothy died in a night. You have 5 minutes for private chats.
Ooh,
Nice
that's
job.
interesting because I was the mayor, which I told quite a few people, which means that there is a
Okay,
poison.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It was a poisonous pie then.
Bear in mind, it says might die. It doesn't. They don't have to bounce it off you.
That's really mean at this
It's
early in the
mean,
game.
but
not
it's possible.
to win.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. I feel like I'm pretty sus as well in terms of what the storyteller would do in this situation.
I believe you, Timothy.
Thank you.
Even if you did
Thank you, Harry.
think me as the spy.
I did.
Hey, Chris.
Eh.
You willing to claim what you are now?
Yeah, I was the Undertaker.
Okay.
I'm still not coming out with that publicly. Just, I'm kinda hoping, because there's still talk of an Undertaker, that
Right.
someone
Evil team will wonder
decides
about
to
it.
claim it.
Okay, that's too bad.
I
You
am...
didn't get any information, right?
No,
The first night? Or...
I died the first.
But I guess it was, yeah, you're definitely fishing for your useful information role. So, do you know who did you talk to the first day?
First day I talked to Halsey, you, and Harry. And I really get the feeling that Harry's the spy.
Well, at least he's dead. So, but it would still mean that the evil team would know everything. But it'd just be so funny if Harry was a spy, because Halsey got, or if Halsey was the investigator. I guess he could have been lying about that. But then throwing your own minion in, or throwing a minion into your pings is kind of risky. It's possible that the investigator ping included the spy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think now.
So who are you suspicious of then who's alive?
Who's alive? I don't. Possibly Rel.
Yeah, he
Just-
just told me empath or fortune teller.
He
And somebody else is claimed fortune teller now.
He told me a different role, but explained why.
Can you tell me what he told you? Okay.
But yeah, fuck it, I'll tell you. He told me Saint, which is sort of a... That is something you might want to bluff if you're the demon. Like, don't
Yeah, it's a
execute
very
me,
popular
you'll
one.
lose the game.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, because he came up to me and said, hey, do you think it's a spy game? Because then he was like, yeah, if it's a spy game, you know, I'm not gonna die anyway. Like, the demon won't attack me.
Right. Yeah, they'll leave you alive to the end. I've also heard from Will claim 2 roles that I think are both taken already, so I'm suspicious of Will.
I have not spoken to Will yet.
I haven't spoken to him yet. I've just heard that he's claiming 1 role, which was chef, which was me, and then another role that was taken. I can't remember which one. Yeah. Anything else you want to?
Nah. I think I'll try and get chats
Learn some
in
more.
with the people I haven't spoken to yet.
Yeah. Exactly.
Chris, Alex. Oh, there we go. Hey, Chris.
Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
So why are you not evil?
I am not evil. Can you not tell by the goodness of my voice that I'm not evil?
I don't trust
No,
anyone
okay,
ever.
You know what? I'm actually looking to kind of fill up my grimoire a bit because, you know, I only have like half of it. So I'll tell you my role if you tell me yours.
I mean, I won't outright tell you my role still. I will just say I was a good kill.
You were a good kill.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. Beckett, Ravenkeeper. I'll touch you.
Ravenkeeper.
I'm scared of the double gong now.
Should be.
And you should be, yes.
I've been double gong before, and I've done the double gong before. I fear no gong.
My hand was hovering the R button then, so beware.
Sorry.
7 of you are alive, so 4 votes are required to put somebody on the block. Are there any nominations?
So the FT info is obviously Garbo, right? Because
No,
both
it's
the
not.
human candidates
You could be the red
there.
herring.
One of you could be the red herring.
Yeah, but it
Or
should
Star
be, yeah,
Pass.
but that's what I'm calling garbage information. I mean, it could be
The-
red herring.
See,
And the
Timothy,
FT wasn't killed.
there's either been a star pass
Max
with
for the
a
other.
either there's been a star pass with either you or the Scarlet Woman if it's Housie, or there was a red herring on one of you.
There's no way I'm
Or the
hard.
or
I
the
have a
fortune
washroom.
teller is just simply drunk or poisoned.
Will nominates Exo.
Will nominates Exo. Please state your case.
Both the roles Exo claimed to me are double claims, and I just have to send a bit more information about Exo, I think.
Okay, Exo,
Yeah.
your defense.
Yeah, I don't believe the things you've told me are also true, so I was just going on the same thing, but yeah, I don't think I'm a good kill to them. But good direction.
Any pertinent information before we run the vote?
I had a convo with Exo where he claimed 2 roles. I then told him that they weren't possible. He then said he lied. He refused to give me my role after I heard him lie.
Alright, 4 votes required to put Exo on the block. Votes beginning with Max.
Someone else had information, right? Max?
Yeah.
4 votes is
Actually, see
enough.
what your last night was?
Exo is on the block. Are there
Yeah,
any other nominations?
I picked Timothy Shane, got a yes.
Exo nominates Max.
Exo nominates Max. Please state your case.
Yeah, also KG's role. I kind of trust the top part of this Grim actually. It's the bottom I'm a bit more sus on. I have heard of another fortune teller, and I don't think that fortune teller thing is true. I think this would be a better kill than me for sure.
Max, your defense.
What would be a better kill than me? I don't think I've heard anyone who knows your role.
Alright, 4 will tie, 5 will execute. Max, even, is there any pertinent information before I run the vote? Doesn't sound like it, so votes beginning with Alex.
I haven't heard of an actual FT claim that contradicts this fortune teller.
I've got 2 FT claims.
Yeah, I don't.
I believe the fortune teller is in a roll swap with someone.
2 votes
Yeah,
is
that is also
not
what I've
enough. Exo is still on the block. Are there any other nominations?
And
So if you've heard 2 claims, it's possible they've roll swapped and they're both. You might have heard it from one the first time and then
Can
they
we
roll
please
swapped.
nominate Shane?
Would you like me to nominate myself?
Yes.
If possible.
Sure, Shane nominates Shane.
Alright, Shane nominates Shane. Please state your case.
I'd like to hand it over to whoever would like to nominate me, because I don't know why I'm on the block.
Okay, I will state my case. I had a Scarlet Woman ping on Shane. The other one is dead. There is a possibility, given the fortune teller currently has a yes on Shane, that the Timothy was a starting actual demon. Shane is now a Scarlet Woman, and that Harry was the spy, which would also make sense in a Chef one was spy, not reading, as the actual evil reading is good for the sake of that. That is a potential world.
Okay, Shane, your defense.
Yeah, well, like I said before, like I still think you're either drunk or poisoned. That doesn't make sense to me. It's entirely possible that the other person in your thing could be the spy, but that would mean Timothy would be his minion or a demon. It's much more easier for me to believe that your information is just wrong.
Okay, pertinent, yes.
There's an FT ping yes on me and Shane, but if I'm actually the demon or the red herring, we don't learn anything about Shane from that fact. It just makes me look suspicious.
Alright, any more pertinent before we run the vote? No, we'll then run the vote. 4 will tie, 5 will execute Shane. Votes beginning with Timothy.
Can whoever is the FT, whether it's Max or a different player, not pick me again next night, because we didn't really learn very much, I don't think, from that fortune teller yes on me.
Oh, 2 death votes. There we go.
And 4 ties it. Nobody is on the block. Are there any other nominations?
Wow.
I don't understand why Halsey and Harry voted together.
Because that's the evil team, and I died at night because Good is doing so well.
I mean, we don't have to kill someone.
Max claims Slayer and shoots Exo.
Max claims Slayer and shoots Exo. Exo dies. The game is over. Congratulations. So, I think we showed those 2 first. Max, your Slayer correctly shooting Exo. Well done there, Max. Commiserations, Exo, although very good effort there. Harry was your washerwoman. Always your washerwoman who saw Timothy, the mayor, in their ping. Timothy, if you were wondering why you died, it was because Robin, your poisoner, poisoned you on the second night, which is why you died, which was very well communicated with Halsey, who was your starting imp, who decided to star Pastor Exo, who was the Scarlet Woman to begin with. Chris was your Undertaker, who unfortunately got sniped on the second night, so never was able to confirm. Harry, Realty was your saint, who I don't think, if I recall, did you ever hard claim to anybody that you were the saint?
I hard claimed to Chris and Harry, so if I was in the final 3, it didn't make me look suspicious at the end.
Fair enough. Alex, with your chef, I don't know if you ever mentioned your chef number to... You probably did mention your chef number to somebody.
Did
but
to
I
me.
don't know if it was
Did to
ever-
me. I knew it was true.
Yeah, exactly.
He told me as well.
Fair enough. Will
That's
was
my
your
favorite.
empath who got 1 on Halsey on night 1 and 2, and then got a 0. And then Shane was your Raven Keeper. The bluffs, and I think that these were S tier bluffs, were Investigator, Fortune Teller, and Recluse. But that is your game of Trouble Brewing. Well done, good team,
Matt's
and
the
well done,
MVP.
evil team. That was a very good effort.
Yeah, I had no idea who the evil team was until that voting happened.
I
The
was.
poison
I
pill-
knew you were. I knew you weren't the fortune teller because it was a bluff.
Yeah,
Chris,
exactly.
I did the same button to trigger to you.
Also,
Yeah, well,
Chris, you know how I said you said like you came to Undertale Empire Fortune Teller. I said if I was evil, I'd read it as a "please kill me" sign. So I did.
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
You read through my double bluff. I was trying to
I even
bluff
said
it
to
as
Penny.
the
I even
Raven
said
Keeper.
Penny. You know what? I'm gonna call you bluff. I'm gonna kill you.
The hilarious thing is that Harry
Which is
Get
incredible.
seemed so evil, and Exo was the demon, and Harry wasn't even evil. But you helped us win the game, yes.
Good.
I had a feeling it was one of Exo or Will.
I went off bluffs at the start. Like I didn't choose Recluse, so then I didn't know what to bluff. I was trying to back into Raven Keeper, but then yes, of course, everything I went for Mayor, Washwoman, Raven Keeper, everything was there. I was like, cool.
Thanks for watching, guys. This has been a lot of fun. There will be another video coming out of the second game we played in this session, so keep your eyes out for that. Also, I should be making more videos soon, so if you'd be so kind as to hit that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. God, I hate asking people to subscribe. Also, I've been wanting to do a board and card game series for a while now, whether I do it on this channel or make a whole new channel for it, so keep your eyes peeled for if anything ever comes of that. Oh, and one last thing, I have a Discord now. It's down in the description, so, you know, feel free to join that. Okay, this outro is probably too long for any of the cards to stay there, so, you know, bye.